Freelancer. My name is Avi. I was
He's the
born
freelancer.
in Connecticut. No, not Connecticut. Wow, wrong state. I was born in Massachusetts, sorry, in 1980. Both of my parents are English teachers, so I was always surrounded with like books, and they're always telling stories and reading to me, and I loved that. Like, I always needed another story, and I was just extremely hyper when I was a kid. I would love acting them out and just finding another one, just reading through it. Just all of that. I absolutely adored it. Like, I always had a book in my hands at all times. And by the time I hit high school, I hit that point where I loved talking about the stories too, and that got on people's nerves a lot. So they kind of got annoyed with me, so that kind of stuck with me for a while. But someone mentioned to me, why don't you just start writing it down instead of talking about it all the time? So I did. I started writing about all the things that writing all the things that I read. And I kind of got into journalism that way. I got involved with the school newspaper, and I started seeing some plays at the school. And the one that really stuck out to me was Our Town, because I loved seeing like this new world just like develop before me. I thought that was the coolest thing, and just it fascinated me. So I loved looking at that. And I don't know, I always was hyper-focused in school. Like, I was always schoolwork first, get my work done, and I didn't really have time to hang out with people. So by the time I hit college, I decided to apply for NYU, but I didn't tell my parents I was applying to NYU, and we got into a bit of a fight because NYU's not cheap. So I was determined though, so I went anyway, and I went down to NYU, and I just did everything that you could in the city. I went to all the shows, went to see all the sites, I would write about everything that I saw. And when I hit my sophomore year, I met this teacher who saw, like, he read some of my work. So he told me to talk to somebody who works at this travel magazine called The Latitude, and I wound up interning with them, starting my sophomore year, which was pretty darn cool. And again, I was focused on my schoolwork, didn't really hang out with anybody. I think I went to like a party once, maybe just to get out there. But again, I was just hyper-focused, and college just kind of flew by like that. And by the time I was done with college, I had interned with Latitude for 3 years, so they said, why don't you just come on board and you can be one of our travel writers. And so that's what I did. Right out of school, I became a travel writer for Latitude, which was extremely lucky for me, because now I can start paying off my loans. And I just traveled everywhere. And like, the past 10 years of my life have kind of been just a blur for me, because I've been so many different places and seen so many different things. And I still went to see all the plays. Like, I would still like write pieces about the plays and submit them wherever I could. Like, it's gotten to the point where I've seen so many plays and seen so many things, I kind of get mixed up sometimes of like what's in a play and what's like something.
What's real and what's a play?
Yeah. And I kind of disconnected with people a little bit though. Like, I haven't seen my parents for a while, not since my mom passed away. But the latest play that I went to go see was this play, Middletown. And something else about me was that I always wanted to write something myself, not just write about something I saw, like write my own thing, but whenever I tried to do that, it felt hollow. So I thought traveling might help me, but again, I go to all these places, I write down what I see, but I can't write anything on my own. And I go to see this play, Middletown, and first of all, this couple showed up late, which was irritating. But I got to talk to this lady and her niece, and she was really smart. It amazed me, and it kind of woke me up, because I was kind of just like, this looks boring. It's just a plain old town, and I've seen some weird shit. This is not interesting. So she kind of like snapped me to, and I started watching it more. And when John,
The girl,
yeah, sorry. And when John died, just something kind of just like got me right there, and I started thinking about my mom again a little bit. And I just kind of sat in the theater for a while after the play ended and just kind of thought. And then I called my dad, and I'm getting ready to head back to Concord in Massachusetts to just visit him for a while. And that's pretty much where I'm at right now.
3 words?
My 3 words are, I am focused, I am impersonal, and I'm traveled.
Thank you.